last year. Okay, E is Euler's number. Okay, Euler's number. Oh, why did I have like 3 crosses in my headset? Euler's number. All right, so let me show you where it comes from. You don't have to do this on your calculator because I'll show you. It's okay. So it's kind of a calculus thing. So I'm going to go to here, and I put this equation in my calculator, and y equals 1 plus 1 over x, all raised to the x power. So it's an exponential, right, because it has an x as the exponent. It's kind of a funky one because it has this x in the denominator, but when I graph it, this is what it looks like. Now, guess where that horizontal asymptote is?
3.
Euler's number. Euler's number. So let's see if we can find Euler's number. Watch. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my table set, and I'm going to start my table at 0. But look what I'm going to make it go by. Normally we go by ones. I'm going to make my table go by 1,000. So every little jump is going 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Watch the Y's. Okay, so obviously it can't be 0 because you had that 0 in this denominator up here. Okay, so that was undefined. Then 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 is 8,1, right? Oh no, 7 and 8,000 is 8,1. 9,000 is 8,1. 10,000 is 8,1. Oh, it took till 11,000 to be 8,2. How long do you think it's going to take to be 8,3? Yes, come on, people, don't just sit there. Play the game, or I'll disqualify you. 17, 16,
22,000. I guess 43.
Well, it wasn't 16. It's still on 8,2.
22.
22.
Plus 12,000.
Yeah, that's
So that'd be 23. Well, we already passed that one. Look here. We're at 34 and we hadn't even gotten there yet. There it is. 43 before the 10th, 100th, 10,000th place change. Okay? So that number is Euler's number. Here it is right here. It's on your calculator. It's just like pi. Okay? It's right above the division sign. So if I go second and divide, there is the E. What's it called? Euler's number. That's the guy that discovered it. Euler. Okay? No, not Bueller, not Ferris Bueller. All right? But Leonardo Euler. I have no earthly idea what his first name is. I made that up. Okay? I'm telling you, I made that up. His last name's Euler. I don't know his first name. We were not on a first name basis. So, here's what the number is approximately. 2.718281828. It is what kind of a number? Irrational. It is an irrational number. Okay? So it's approximately 2.718. I'll say 3 because I'll stop it there. And it is an irrational number.
What's the fraction?
There's not one. That's why it's an irrational number.
Or like the square root, whatever. What is the number? How do you find the number?
That graph, the horizontal asymptotes, what those are approaching. As you go smaller and larger, that's the asymptotes that they're all approaching. That's Euler's number. Okay?
How do you find it?
I just showed you how to find it on the graph. It's the on the graph. No, he just was smart enough he didn't need a calculator. Okay? Guess what? I had a kid text me last night. I taught her last year, and it was Sophie, and she was like, "Oh, Miss Davis, we're having a test tomorrow on rational functions. Can't use a calculator." I've got horizontal asymptotes, vertical asymptotes, x-intercepts, y-intercepts, but how do I know what other numbers to pick for my T-chart? So I told her, and she was like, "Oh," Henry goes, "That's much too complicated what you said." I texted it to her, and she goes, "Oh, yeah, you're right. I got it. Thanks." So she was fine. So we'll be needing this stuff, and look how mean they were. They didn't even get to use a calculator. Okay? So no checking it on a calculator. All right. An irrational number. Here's an example. I want you to find f of x. It is e to the x when a x is equal to negative 2. B, x is equal to 0.25. C, x is equal to negative 0.4. I'll give you about 45 seconds. Sure. Oh, I'd have to. I couldn't do it without one.
How many decimals?
3 decimal places, please.
So it's a whole test going to be like calculated?
Well, I take it back. Yeah. You can use your calculator on the whole test. But it's not all like this. So we're fixing to get into some stuff today that y'all did last year, so you should remember it.
So I really need to take notes that bad.
Well, you're a big boy. You decide if you want to or not. I'm just going to say the last person that decided he wasn't going to take any notes on the last test made a bad grade on it.
Who did that? Who was that? Who made a bad grade on it?
So, but I called him out on it. Okay, y'all got him? A, I want e to the negative 2 power. Tell me what you got. Perfect. B, I want e to the 0.25 power. Tell me what you got.
1.284.
C, I want e to the negative 0.4 power. Tell me what you got. All right. Anybody got a question? Everybody okay? Brent?
You always want us to go 2 places after the decimal.
Yeah, unless it tells you otherwise. I like to. All right. Everybody okay? Okay. What if I was gonna graph this thing? What if I wanted to graph f of x is equal to e to the x? What type of graph would it be? Exponential? Exponential what? There are 2 types of exponentials. Why?
Not a negative.
It's not a negative. And also this base is what?
Irrational.
No. What about this? What if I had 1/2 to the x power? Would that be exponential growth or decay? That's a decay. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to have a negative exponent. Alright? Normally that's the way they'll write them in PreCal, but y'all did see it's a decay. It doesn't have a negative exponent. I could write it with 1. Right? Okay? But it doesn't have to. You've got to know. Growth or decay right here. Growth or decay right here. Decay. That's an exponential decay. Why? It's less than 1. This one right here. Exponential growth or decay. Why? It's what? It's greater than 1. 2.7183, right? That's greater than 1, so he's going to be an exponential growth. Guys, if they ask you something like that on a test, what do you have handy that you could go, oh, I'm pretty sure this is what it is, but I'm going to check? Yeah. We did those in class, and they jumped like this. Because even powers will be positive, but odd powers are negative. So it just makes a crazy pattern. So we don't do that. That base A has to be greater than 0. Okay? All right. So now let's talk about this. Let's say I bought a tractor. Okay? I bought a tractor. As soon as I drive my tractor off of the lot, what happens to it? What? It's going to break down. I'm not going to buy a lemon. It becomes used. So what happens to it? The value goes down. And what's it called?
Depreciation.
Depreciation. Very good. It's called depreciation. All right. Yeah, I know. All right. So it depreciates in value. That means it loses value. Everybody agree? Because now it's used, right? It's not brand new anymore. Oh, what if I bought a Corvette? What if I bought a 1967 Corvette in pristine condition? That's pretty old. Is he going to depreciate in value from this year to next year? What's he going to do? Appreciate in value. His value is going to go up. Does everybody agree? Okay, so this would be the formula that you would use for that kind of stuff. The amount that it's worth is equal to the principal, which is your original amount, all right, times 1 plus or minus. Plus or minus, not plus and minus, okay? The rate, what's the rate? The rate of what? Depreciation or appreciation, okay? Does the government determine that sometimes if you have a business? Yes, they allow you so much to depreciate on your vehicle, your whatever you have that you use for your business, okay? Raised to the T, the time in years, all right?
What does A stand for?
A stands for the amount that it's worth, okay? P is the original amount. R is the rate, but anytime you use a rate, what do you have to put it in as? No, not as a percentage, as a decimal, yeah. And then your time is in years.
P is original cost or rate?
What?
What did you say P is what?
The original
What's
value.
Oh, okay.
What's A? The amount it's worth after the time. Okay?
And P is the price you bought it for?
Principal, the original amount.
Start talking about nice cars.
And R is the rate of
The rate of depreciation or appreciation, yes. Okay, let's talk about simple interest. Do y'all know what the formula for simple interest is? Interest equals principal times rate times time.
and what's the T?
Time. Interest equals principal. Okay, are y'all wanna listen? All right. So interest is equal to principal times rate times time. This is simple interest. How often do we figure simple interest? Yeah, it's usually once a year. Okay? And so what you do is like you give some money to the bank. If they pay simple interest, they figure how much interest you made at the end of the year, and then they'll push that interest back into your account. And then the next year, you'll make the same amount of money or more? More, because you have more money in the bank, right? But what if
I think I'm gonna be doing it.
oh, thank you, darling.
Sorry, I shouldn't have opened mine.
There's my bad luck. Perfect.
Why would you do that?
Because you were close to me, and everything that's bad rubs off on me. Compound. What about compound interest? Okay? Compound interest. Here's the formula for compound interest. You learned this last year, guys. A is equal to P times open parentheses 1. This 1 is the original amount. That's what P times 1 is P, the original amount. Plus, this is how much you're going to make. R over N raised to the NT. So let's talk about what everything means. What does A stand for?
Amount.
Yeah, and it's the ending amount. Okay? It's the ending amount. What you're going to have at the end. What's the P? Principal. And it is your, how much? What amount? A beginning amount, starting amount, whatever you want to call it. Thanks. So, or beginning amount. Okay? Be careful with this one. I tell my kids the story about the kid that took the test that was over this. I wrote the formula on the board in Algebra 1, Algebra 2. I write the formula on the board. And I was gone the day they had the test. And the next day when I came back, he said, "Oh, Miss Davis, I failed that test." And I was like, "Oh, my word, the formula was written on the board." And he goes, "Yeah, but I couldn't figure out what L was." I'm like, "Oh, my word, you weren't paying attention. It's not an L, it's a 1, okay? What does this R stand for? The rate. And how does it have to be put in? As a decimal. Like 4% is going to be what? 0.04. Very good. These N's right here. Anybody remember? Number of compounding. Number of compoundings in a year. Okay? And then this T right here is my time. And it has to be in years. For instance, if I said, how much money did I make in 9 months?
9 over 12.
You would have to do 9 over 12. Very good. You have to make it. What? We're going to talk about that number of compounding. Okay, so let's talk about the number of compounding. Let's just make sure that you have all those words in your vocabulary. All right? If I say annually, how many compoundings are in a year? 1. Very good. All right, if I say semi-annually, if I say quarterly, very good. If I say monthly, if I say weekly, how many weeks in a year? Very good. Now this is the one that always gets kids. Okay, here's where you know who was paying attention and who wasn't. Bi-weekly. Is that twice a week or once every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
So how many?
26.
Very good. What's the mistake they're going to make?
Multiplying it by 2.
Yeah, they're going to multiply it by 2 and say it's 104 times a year. No, 26. What else? Daily? Is that all that's left? I don't think we ever do that. That's bi-weekly. Okay, daily is 360 what? 5?
Hourly.
And 1/4, and we don't do the 1/4.
It's kind of like hourly.
It's what? We do? Oh. Alright. So, the next thing that we want to talk about is 360. Oh, really? 30 days in a month?
Oh, you're saying 30.
Is it?
Divide.
Oh, that's okay. It's not you, though. I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about compounded continuously. Are you just sticking your feet up there on her? Anybody remember the compounded continuously formula? What do we call it? PERT. PERT. Remember we called it the PERT formula. The amount is equal to the principal times E, that's Euler's number, raised to the RT, rate as a decimal, and time in years. Okay? Because I got tired of it falling on people, so I knew they got tired of it.
Oh, yeah, I knocked it down. What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. It was a good idea, but too much work.
What was the idea?
It was trying to, I started out, like kids were saying, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I started putting my schedule up there of what we did, and it's like for 3 weeks or something. And then, like, if it was a worksheet that had to be turned in, I would write it in a certain color, and I would write a test in a certain color, so it was easy for them to pick stuff out. But, oh, that's just kids writing right there. But then what happened, what did it just become for me? Tons of work. Tons of work. Oh.
Work.
Work. That's what they call it. What? Oh, you were singing a song? I like that. No, I don't know.
You don't know that song.
I better be quiet. I don't know that song. I don't know which song. There is a song.
Work.
No, I don't want you singing a song. Oh. Becky said that when I picked her up from Wee School one day, and I said, "What'd you do today?" And she said, "All we did was work." So that's what I was thinking about. All right. I don't know. Maybe I've shared that story. I know I seldom tell y'all stories, but
Take a day and tell stories the whole day. You and Miss Dunn.
does Miss Dunn tell stories too?
Yeah. Who's the one she asked about if you're
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're a
Hannah
serial
took her
killer?
time. Did he? I think he did.
What?
Yeah, I think he did. Caramel pretzel bar. Chocolate caramel pretzel bar. Yeah, it is good. All right. Grandma gives you $5,000 for graduation because she's expecting great things from you. And not to go off to college and act like an idiot. All right? You invest because you're a smart one in the bank at a rate
For someone who doesn't have any time,
at a rate of, we're going to dream, 4%. The bank's not going to pay you 4%, people, okay? Yeah. At a rate of 4% compounded quarterly.
you might even get 0.0. I might get 0.0. Just so they get a cent.
How much do you have in, how many years do you want to wait, guys?
20 years.
20 years? Okay.
I say no, 4. We're going to college. No, 10.
5.
4. We're going to college. Let's pretend that we're 90 years old.
No, let's do 10.
Let's do 4.
I like 10.
We're going to want it when we get out of college. Yeah, let's do 4. Yeah, but you forget about it for a few years after you get a job.
Let's say 10, and maybe you're going to get married, okay?
Oh, dang,
How
that's a long time.
How much do you have? In 10 years. Okay? How much do you have in 10 years? Alright, so, am I using the PERT formula?
No.
Why?
That's continuously.
It's not compounded continuously. Very good. So, now, am I going to expect you to know this formula? Dadgummit. It still won't work. Alright. I will expect you to know this formula. So, do you know it yet?
What is it? Number of times compounded in a year. Wait, how do you get this top of how many years?
This one's always plus. Okay?
How many years we
R-O-N,
doing?
A to the N-T. The only one that's the plus or the minus that you have to decide is the one that's not compounded. Okay? And normally that has to do with like cars or things like that.
You did not make anything. I'm thinking we're going to put it in stocks.
Okay.
I would not do it. Well, let's do a normal interest. No, I wouldn't put it in the bank. You didn't
Yes, you will have to remember the formula.
normal interest.
Yeah.
We're going to say 0.4%.
So, A
But it was
is
like
equal
30
to,
years.
what's my principal? $5,000.
That would suck.
Times 1
How much?
plus, what's my rate? 0.04. Hey guys, the mic's back there, okay? And they can't hear if y'all are back there arguing about the interest rate.
We're not arguing. We're just terrible. Because it's compounded quarterly.
Because it's compounded quarterly. And quarterly means 4 times a year. Raised to the n is 4 times t. What's my time? So make sure you put times 10. Alright. So how much do I have at the end of 10 years?
5,019.
5,019?
Did I do it wrong?
Oh, no, I got
I don't
$7,444.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's better.
What did I do wrong?
You cannot put anything in your calculator.
Y'all put all that in at one time. Don't do it at separate times.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Point 04. Why'd you put the interest rate in?
Okay, so now is this the interest that I made? That's very good. This is the total amount that you have. How much interest did you make?
Wait. Oh, the end. Oh, the 4.
Instead of point 0.
Okay.
Now, what if I did it? Y'all understand the difference between compounding quarterly and compounding continuously? So all the time, they're like, how much money did you make? Put it back in there. How much money did you make? Put it back in there. And every time it's a little bit more. So, you want to figure out how much it would be if we compounded it continuously?
Sure.
Let's do. A is equal to P e to the R T.
A lot.
5,000
A lot.
times
What does it mean
T.
if we're
My rate is 0.04. My time is 10 years.
Less.
Should you make less? No, should make less. It's going to be a whole bunch more? Yeah. You feel like it's going to be a whole bunch more, but it's really not going to be a whole bunch more. But it is more, right? Okay? And even though you think, how much is it?
About $16.
Yeah, 7,459.
7,400?
59. For
That
what?
number's not right?
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
$59 and what? How many cents?
1 cent.
12 cents?
Oh, my bad.
Okay, so we didn't make that much more, right? Around, not quite $15 more. But $5,000, $15. What about my retirement fund? Is it going to be more than $5,000? Yeah. Is it going to be more than $50,000? It better be, people. Is it going to be more than $500,000? Oh yeah, it is. Mine better be more than $1 million. Okay? That's the kind of money it's going to take for me to live the way I want to live. Y'all look, you think it's crazy, I'm telling you. It's not that much money. Not that much money. You're talking about living the rest of your life. Okay? So, and that does that account for Social Security? No, it doesn't. Does that account for a pension fund? No, it doesn't. That's above and beyond that stuff. Okay? So, you better start saving your money.
Work.
That's right.
What's your retirement age?
I'm sure that's a totally inappropriate thought.
What's the average life expectancy? 84 or something?
No, I think it's like, I thought it was
Work.
Kane, I'm trying to stop it.
What is the life expectancy? You know?
Um,
This one work.
Yeah.